Every Digimon World game is different. They all play just a little bit different than the other one. Yeah, I'm not sure what the f was going on here. All this talk that we've had around Digimon itself, when it's not focused on Digimon Survive, has been about Digimon Story. I guess it makes sense though, right? The most recent release of Digimon is the Complete Edition on the Nintendo Switch. And I don't know, based off of what I've been seeing, it seems like majority of Digimon fans don't have PS4s. And so if you guys were to answer the title of this video, I feel like 80% would say no. Ever since its release, I feel like Digimon World Next Order has been slept on. Is it for a good reason? I'm not sure. We had a discussion video about the future of Digimon Story games. Be sure to check that out now, because in the coming weeks, I will be making one revolved around the Digimon World series. To start this video, what I want to do is look at some reviews that have made Digimon World Next Order sit at, I think it's 67 Metacritic score. That is way too low, bro. I don't think it deserves that at all. So we're gonna find out why. If you didn't notice, every weekend this year, I played Next Order on stream. And if anybody came in that had played the game, I asked them what they thought about it because of that poor Metacritic score. And I was surprised to hear no complaints. For the most part, everybody liked this game that I talked to. I personally have not played another Digimon World game, so I just have nothing to compare this to. The story games are you know, completely different, so you can't compare it to that one. So I'm just trying to get an understanding of why people think this game is bad. Once I figured out how to play World, since it's different from Story, I'm telling you, I was addicted. I was like, bro, this is amazing. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and figure this out right now. Turn it, bro. All right, so look at this. World 3 is at a 47. Oh my lord. Yo, that's disgusting. Y'all tripping. Anyways, Next Order. So not 67. I'm sorry. I was wrong. 68 with 35 critics. That's not a bad amount, bro. It's not a bad amount. Gaming trend. Digimon World Next Order is a bright, slow-paced game that intermixes an open world RPG with monster raising to great success. The game overcomes some issues with AI to be surprisingly addictive title. To be a 75. See, I would be 100% on board for a 75 score. That seems more reasonable to me. 68 seems a bit, you know what I'm saying? These boys have it at a 60. After Cyber Sleuth got our expectations real high, Digimon World Next Order is crushed under those expectations. Although there are parts of two different series, Next Order still feels like an old and less fun game. Let me read this one. They got this at a 50. What in the world? Once your partner dies off, then the whole cycle starts back again. So if you didn't know, Digimon World games, your partners die and you have to re-raise them again. So you literally have to take them from a baby back up to a mega that you just spent hours doing. But this is how the World series began, right? Digimon World 1 was just like this. This mechanic has to be the biggest wrench that is thrown into the mix and perhaps one of the two biggest issues with the gameplay. Second major issue is that can at times get in the way is the combat. Similar to the other one we looked at, the Turkey one. I suspected this, right? The bigger problem that they have is comparing it to Cyber Sleuth, and it's nothing like Cyber Sleuth. It's taking it back to the roots. What's interesting is the way they end off this review isn't a bad experience. It'll take some time to get used to it, you know, but once you're there, you're in for what might potentially be a very addictive grind. This sounds all positive, so I'm confused as to how you can land at a 50 score. The way their review sounds more like a 70. So this whole thing is screwed up. I mean, it's close to a 70, but I think I just seeing it yellow just doesn't sit right with me. You know what I mean? This is the Turkey one. We saw them give it a 60. See, their pros cons, it sounds more aggressive than this review, but they gave it a better score, which is interesting to me. Pros: a full production for Digimon fans, a vibrant Digimon world. I wonder if they mentioned the idea that this is like the only one that has English voice acting, which was pretty monumental, especially after Cyber Sleuth. Cons: ineffective prosaic story, heavy and boring combat system, mechanics that constantly pause the course. All fair points. First of all, I must say this: if you're not a gamer who loves the Digimon series to death, you won't like this game at all they say. That's an aggressive opener, bruh. But I can't lie, that might be very true. I might have to agree with that. If you're not a fan of Digimon, I don't know how well you're gonna like this game. Next order, which we should not compare with the latest stage of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth game, is the newest member. God bless. See, they know what's going on. They know not to compare it. So that's probably why they gave it a better score of 60 versus 50 is substantially too low. I don't care what you say. Giving it a score of 50 out of 100, that is disrespectful. Downright disrespectful. I think Digimon World next order will be enough for diehard Digimon fans until the release of Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory, which was announced. However, encountering next order after a quality production like Cyber Sleuth pointed out that the Digimon brand has taken a few steps back in terms of games, although they belong to a different series. I think I get a decent idea. You know, I think the lack of it being too much in the limelight at the time, people would be confused as like, this isn't Digimon Story anymore. So like, I think that's kind of why it landed at the 68. Confusion, people not sure what to expect. Overall, after everything I've read, I feel like this shit sits more like a 70, 75 type of deal versus 68. But let's continue. Throughout the whole next order completion series for my streams, you know, every time it seemed like I was asking it too many times, but I would always ask, all right, guys, what is your favorite world game, you know, out of all the ones I've made? And the common answer was 3. Right, so that led me to the point of like, okay, let me look into 3. What made it the most favorite one out of for all you guys? And I was surprised to find out that it's more aligned to the story gameplay structure than what I'm experiencing in next order. So I was like, what is going on here, right? I was interested in that. I'm like, why? This is weird. Just for me to look into it more and find out that every Digimon World game is different. They all play just a little bit different than the other one. Yeah, I'm not sure what the fuck was going on here. The biggest problem with these Digimon games is just the US translation. That has got us so confused about everything. From a gameplay perspective, Digimon World Next Order and Digimon World Redigitized are like sequels to Digimon World 1. All Digimon World 2, 3, DS, Dawn, Dusk, those are all actually Digimon Story games. It's just the US translation that has turned them into Digimon World. Not only that, but 2, 3, all the ones I just labeled, they also share that story gameplay structure versus the World one. Sadly, there's no Metacritic score for Redigitized, but from the people I've asked, again, the J Squad Digimon crew members, they all have positive things to say about it, right? I think Doug in the Discord actually specifically was like, Redigitized feels like World 1, but actually good, you know, a good version of World 1, so that's good to see. So honestly, you know, if you haven't played Next Order, but you have played Redigitized or at the very least Digimon World 1, if you pick up Next Order, you're in for a treat, right? You know, you're gonna have a lot of fun. It's it has some improvements. Obviously, it has its fair share of problems, but overall, and on the contrary, if the only other Digimon game you've played is Cyber Sleuth, all I gotta say is kind of what the one review said. If you're a fan, I think you're gonna enjoy it. You just gotta be ready for a different way to play the game. You know what I'm saying? But overall, like I said, it was my first time, and once I figured it out, I was addicted. It was a lot of fun. That's about all I had for this video, you know. Like I said, stay tuned for the Digimon World future discussion. We kind of had a little bit of it here, but not really, you know, just wait. Low key though, because it's like more than story. I'm interested to see how they change the world structure, you know, for Digimon games, because story seems like it's at a good place. You know what I'm saying? It's at a good place. Next Order, not so much. I think they've got some things to figure out, polish up, but so I'm really trying to see what that next one is like. I feel like the next World game will be on levels of Cyber Sleuth, right? So I'm very, very curious to see how that goes. And then from that point, you know, we're gonna have some fans picking their favorites, right? Because a lot of people will have played the next World game once the new Cyber Story game comes out. So it's like, which one do you like more? You know, we'll be able to see kind of what the community feels. So that's all I gotta say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe for coming Digimon content and other stuff. I got other stuff coming, bro. Don't sleep. But that's all I gotta say. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.